We begin the nationwide demand for answers about Ebola. Criticism of the government's response is growing. The CDC gave the green light for the second nurse diagnosed to fly commercial from Cleveland to Dallas. That happened even though she reported a fever.
This morning, she's in a special isolation unit in Georgia, and we're covering the story across the country, from new fears in Ohio to the CDC in Atlanta, plus President Obama's response in Washington. But we begin with Manuel Bojorquez in Dallas at Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital. Manuel, good morning.
Good morning. Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital is now offering rooms here to 75 healthcare workers who are being monitored for possible exposure during the care of the original Ebola patient to avoid even the remote possibility of exposing others. 29-year-old Amber Vinson was covered from head to toe in a yellow hazmat suit and loaded out of an ambulance. She walked onto a plane taking her to Emory University Hospital in Atlanta. It's one of 4 specialized facilities in the U.S. equipped to treat Ebola victims. Vinson is the second nurse to contract the deadly virus after treating Ebola patient Thomas Eric Duncan. He died last week. The CDC is under fire after it was revealed Vinson called the agency before flying back to Dallas on Monday. She reported a low-grade fever of 99.5 degrees and asked if she should board the plane. Vinson was given the go-ahead by the CDC because their guidelines indicated a threshold of 100.4 degrees to prevent travel. CDC Director Thomas Frieden says in hindsight, Vinson should not have been allowed to fly. Crews started the process of decontaminating Vinson's apartment early Wednesday. The hospital has been criticized for how it handled Duncan's care. He was initially misdiagnosed, and nurses claimed they weren't given clear protocols to handle a possible Ebola patient.
We're a hospital that may have done some things different with the benefit of what we know today, but makes no mistake, no one wants to get this right more than our hospital.
Overnight, the hospital issued a statement refuting several accusations made by a group of anonymous nurses through a union. The hospital says Duncan was never left in a public area of the hospital for hours but was isolated. Nurses did wear protective gear following CDC guidelines, though at the beginning some sizes were too large. And once Ebola was suspected, the patient's lab specimens were triple bagged. Still, a hospital executive is expected to apologize later today for mistakes that were made. The first nurse to contract the virus, Nina Pham, remains here in good condition. Charlie?
Manuel, thanks.